on how to protect yourself from threats on the deep and the dark web, how to track and monitor activities that are happening on the deep and the dark web using Darktracer. So my colleague is going to be taking the lead on this very shortly. We have two use cases which we think might be very exciting. The first is we're going to be looking for a ransomware. We're going to be looking for leaks from a ransomware gang or a group which is called Cl0p. Cl0p is believed to be a ransomware gang, which is a Russian language ransomware gang. And the kind of operation that they have is to search, steal the data, search for the data, steal the data, encrypt the data, and then leak the data. So Cl0p Leaks is one of those websites which is hosted on Tor, where the Cl0p ransomware gang leaks this kind of information about the various different victims that they have, so on and so forth. And the next use case that we have would be to monitor specific business assets. So my colleague here, Mayon, who is the technical lead and the product manager of Darktracer, will be guiding you through that to show how you can profile victims, how we can profile ransomware gangs, so on and so forth. Over to you, Mayon.
So thank you, Rana, for the introduction of the Darktracer. And hello all, this is Kim from Darktracer, who will going to present the demo cases. So I first jumped up to the first case, how to trace malicious actors and how to investigate threats spread in the dark web. So this is our platform main page. You can also access with the free account to enjoy the Darktracer. And I will start a new case to search Cl0p leaks to find more investigation on the Cl0p ransomware leak site. So as you can see in the Tor URL, you can find any content, include the keywords and Tor domain sites. So you can click to see the details in each URL, what kinds of content it is uploaded or detailed information about this URL. And it seems to be the Cl0p ransomware leak site and uploaded some victim information on their site. And you can also find the Cl0p ransomware leak sites. You already probably know about their site address here. And you can see the detail about the domain information. And you can see the screenshot indicates the Cl0p ransomware blogs. So I'd like to go further for this site. So you can add on the canvas by clicking the right plus button. And if you click the right button for each item, you can do the search for this domain. So searching this domain will give you the whole information that could be extracted from this domain. As you can see, kind of many information are listed in here. And also, if you click the lightning button on the top page, you can see indicators such as Tor domain, I2P, or intelligence information, email, or cryptocurrency wallet information, etc., that could be useful for the investigation or profiling such incident or threats on the dark web. So in here, interestingly, we found the Google Analytics ID. So Google Analytics ID, some of you may already know, this is usually used for the marketing tool for business purposes. But sometimes dark websites include this ID. And if this ID has been found other sites, other dark websites or other surface websites, that probably means that the operator behind the site could be the same entity. So I've just searched for this Google Analytics ID, and you can see another site has been collected from this ID. And as you can see, probably this is the version 3 of onion address of the Cl0p leak blogs here. And so we found a new site of Cl0p ransomware gang, and I would like to get back to the Cl0p ransomware leak site to investigate the incident, one of the victim of their activities. So you can see the domain list attacked by the Cl0p ransomware, and then uploaded their credential or confidential information on their site. So I'd like to go further one of their victim, this one, and do more research on that. So this is another way for the business or organization to search their reputation, brand reputation on the dark web and deep web. They have been mentioned on the dark web. It could be some threats or any clues to find more leaks on the dark web. So you can also do the search as written in here using the domain indicator and put your organization address, or you can by clicking this one will give you some indicator. And here I found this site has been mentioned on this URL. And if I look for the contents, and definitely the Cl0p ransomware leak site, and they have warned this target that they will upload their customers' credential, such as credit cards, more than 100,000 of credit card dumped every day, and they uploaded 10 tracks of card records. And I could add this one on the canvas and do more search on this URL. And then it will give you the whole insights of this incident. So you can see the card list they have uploaded. And also you can find the files information they have uploaded. So you can see the details like here, and also even you can download the file. So, but the user will not directly link to this dark website. And the dark tracer will play as gateway for safeguards. And you can click the download and we'll give you the file, but we do not recommend open it directly on your devices, since we cannot guarantee whether this is malicious or safe, since this from the dark web. So we recommend to open it on your safe environment, such as virtual machine. So you can add these information on the canvas, so you can do such incident investigation. So the first thing to do for the incident response would be the investigation and figure out how much the damage will be and how much the damage impact for your business. So in the first step, that you should investigate what kind of information has been exposed and how much value for those business assets, and start countermeasuring those harms and damages. So this tool could provide first step to start the incident response, like here. So we've done the investigation as the victim perspective to figure out one of the incident attacked by the ransomware group. And so now I would like to go further looking for the information about the attacker. So I would like to get back to this site. And here you can see linked information like Tor domain child and Tor domain. So the difference between the child domain and just normal domain would be this list of the domain has been mentioned on the searched site. So one of the contents of this site has been mentioned regarding these sites. And also Tor domain, it just has contained this site in their contents. So you can see several sites has been mentioned from the Cl0p ransomware leak site. And we found that these list of sites are the file server of the Cl0p ransomware group. And we found very interesting thing from one of their file server. And I would like to do more search on this domain. And as you can see, we have collected one of the information server status from the intelligence information. So basically we embedded the Ocean technique to find find more information from the exposed vulnerability or any other information that could be traced their illegal activity. As you can see, we support for the server status or public key of the site or any ID that has been using for the marketing tool on the site or PGP public key that usually illegal trader use to authenticate or represent their previous activities in the dark web. So in here, we detected the server status of the Cl0p ransomware leak sites. And as you can see, we have found the one IP from the server status. And we did the research on this IP, and this IP was the hosting VPS service IP. So this is one of the use case starting from the keywords. We've got Cl0p ransomware leak site and investigated one of the incidents of their victim and how much was the damage for this victim, and found another site from the Google Analytics ID, version 3 of the Cl0p ransomware group. And finally, we've got some of the crucial evidence to trace further by some investigation institution, such as Real IP. So this is one of the use case that using Dark Tracer to automate your profiling or evidence gathering in the dark web. And I'd like to go for the second use case, monitoring business assets, which is more simple way to monitor business assets or brand reputation monitoring using Dark Tracer that has been exposed on the dark and deep web. So it is simple one. You can just type, like, if I'm searching for the Dark Tracer mention on the dark web, just put Dark Tracer. It will give you any mention on the Tor site. I guess that some of the Japanese user have mentioned about the Dark Tracer, or this one is one of the sites that sourced our upload the ransomware group victims and activities on their sites, sourced from our Dark Tracer public released documents. And you can add one on the canvas as well. And also we provide the OCR search. As you can see, So you can search the keywords, and then you'll get the information from the image that will give you extracted from the content. And I forgot to mention about the ransomware monitoring services that really will give you some many interesting things by the list of the ransomware monitoring. So I would like to re-log in just for a second. Okay, sorry. So what I'm going to show you would be our new feature that will propose to the also for free account. So this is our new feature for ransomware monitoring dashboard. So anything posted on the ransomware site, it will notice you that there has been claimed victim by ransomware group, and the URL they posted the text. And also you can type like Cl0p here to specify your search regarding the ransomware gang or victims here. Sorry for the interruption during the use case 2. So I would like to go back to the use case 2 to trace about the dark tracer mentioned on the dark web and deep web. And I guess that I was explaining about we support the OCR search, so you can also get the result from the contents mentioned about the dark tracer. And here, one of our public release documents has been uploaded on the dark web. And you can trace further by adding and do the research on the image in here to go further. And also I would like to get back to the dark tracer. And as you can see, we deliberately put some files on the dark web. For example, this PDF file for the sample data, or this one, interestingly, has been mentioned on the Sing Act that please rename them as the Sing Act by ransomware group. And also this leaked email file, we also support for the leaked file on the dark web and deep web. In this case, we deliberately uploaded in the deep web. You can also identify some email related to the leak file in here, like this. So this is more easy one for when it compares to the previous one. And we support for the leak file for the email or audio, video. Sometimes we've got the video for KYC in using the cryptocurrency services and blueprints as well. So I guess that I have presented the whole use cases, and I'd like to move forward for the Q&A. So I think the first most interesting question would be do we provide the recording of this webinar? And definitely, yes, we are going to provide this webinar based on our registration list, send email, and also you can get the, if you want to get more video, you can contact us via support@darktracer.com. So then we will give you some YouTube link